promising a growth rate of at least 7.3% this financial year. These are some headline numbers that sound very, very good, but the promise is a bit elusive of Viksit Bharat. Government there, of course, trying its best to ensure that the policy framework is supporting that vision. But as far as vision for Gujarat is concerned, as I mentioned earlier, a lot of industrialists are currently in Gujarat. They are going to be in Gujarat for the next 2 days as Vibrant Gujarat Summit kick-started yesterday with Prime Minister Modi also addressing people on what his vision of Bharat will be. We also heard Gautam Adani, we heard Ambanis, we heard the Mittals, we heard literally all people who are at the top of the power when it comes to really, encouraging that growth, that private sector growth in the country, and they promised some huge number. The headline numbers are very interesting. 2 lakh crore rupees as far as Adani is concerned.
Absolutely. So I think Gautam Adani takes the cake when it comes to headlines, definitely even in 2024, even though he seems to have left behind what happened from 24th of Jan 2023 onwards for pretty much the whole year. But 2 lakh crore rupees of investments is as big as it gets, right? I don't think we've heard those sort of promises, those sort of pitches ever in the past. So 2 lakh crore rupees, 2 trillion rupees worth of investments coming just from one group, which is Adani Enterprises. Now, add to that about 38,000 crore rupees or so, which Maruti Suzuki, and Suzuki, the parent of Maruti Suzuki, is pledging to invest in a second plant in Gujarat. They already have a plant in Sanand, and we are talking about a second plant now. Add to that what N. Chandra of Tata Sons has said, and he said that there is going to obviously be a focus on semiconductors, and that initiative is yet to be announced. But semiconductors, production of semiconductors, manufacturing of semiconductors is a focus area for the Tata Group. Add to that, we are also talking about more production and more EV production happening in the state. A 20 gig electric vehicle lithium-ion battery plant to be launched by the Tata Group in the state of Gujarat. We're talking about Reliance Industries, of course. Mukesh Ambani there taking center stage yesterday, committing to the fact that that solar energy, green energy, renewable energy, 50% of the capacity required for the state of Gujarat by 2030 is actually going to come from the plants which will be operationalized by Reliance Industries. So we've got industrialists of all hues, many of them Gujaratis. In fact, Mukesh Ambani very, very proudly wearing that chip of being a Gujarati, his company being a Gujarati company, very, very proudly on his shoulder. And it's not surprise, everybody knows where Mukesh Ambani hails from, but really taking stage and saying that he owes it back to the state and is going to invest in the state is big. But I think let's not just look at Indian companies. It's important also to look at what global companies are committing to do.
Absolutely.
And by way of an Indian entrepreneur, many Indian entrepreneurs, in fact, who are leading global companies, Mittal being one. Lakshmi Mittal saying that it is going to make the world's largest integrated steel manufacturing plant in Hazira in Gujarat is the next headline that dominates newspapers today. And Sanjay Malhotra, Micron, one of the first investments in the semiconductor space, building a fab and saying that it's going to be operational as early as 2025. Obviously means that MOUs that get signed, partnerships, handshakes that happen at conferences do sometimes translate to real rapid development, real rapid production. And Micron is a great example of witnessing the fact that Modi had met Sanjay Malhotra on his visit to US in the month of July. They inked an MOU, they shook hands, and within months that initial commitment of investment was made, ground was broken, and within a year or so from now we will have India's first real global semiconductor fab up and running in Gujarat.
Absolutely. So some big headline numbers coming in there from Vibrant Gujarat Summit. Day 2 kick-started today. A massive investment plans have also been unveiled so far when it comes to top industries in the country, from Adani to Ambani to Mittals. All are bullish on India. They're bullish on the Gujarat's development story, and the summit will continue for the next 2 days. We'll get you all those details on News 9.